It doesn't have an impact on U.S. gas prices. You know what does have an impact on U.S. gas prices is the incredible boom in U.S. oil production and natural gas production that's taken place under my administration.
Back before the Keystone XL pipeline was a favorite Republican cause celeb, in the summer of 2008, when President Obama was still Senator Obama and John McCain had not yet introduced the world to Sarah Palin, the #1 issue in the presidential campaign was gas prices.
Exxon's making $40 billion a year, and we're paying $3.50 for gas. I'm Barack Obama. I don't take money from oil companies or Washington lobbyists, and I won't let them block change anymore.
Oddly enough, though, Senator Obama doesn't want to lower the gas taxes paid by consumers.
Maybe if John McCain went to Pennsylvania and he met the man who lost his job but can't even afford the gas to drive around and look for a new one.
Who can you thank for rising prices at the pump? One man knows we must now drill more in America and rescue our family budgets.
We can decide that solving our energy crisis will be one of the great projects of this generation.
I will set forth a strategy to free America once and for all from our strategic dependence on foreign oil.
When gas prices are as high as they were that summer, it leads the evening news. It becomes the #1 issue politicians have to respond to because it's the only price that everyone in America sees plastered in huge letters everywhere in their daily lives. But when gas prices drop, it doesn't get anywhere near that level of attention, even though the effects on the global economy and on American consumers may be just as huge. Take, for example, right now. You may have noticed gas prices are now the lowest they've been in 4 years, falling to a national average of $2.91 per gallon, according to AAA. The Energy Department further says that gas prices are going to stay low over the next year, saving consumers an estimated $60.9 billion in 2015. And the falling price of oil and gas has reverberations all around the globe. In Russia, the combination of sanctions and low oil prices has been disastrous for the economy, helping to cut the value of Russia's currency, the ruble, by more than 40% this year. And the drop in oil prices has hit Iran so hard, they're accusing other Middle Eastern countries of plotting with the West to undermine the Iranian economy. But here in the U.S., there are signs that low gas prices are acting like a stimulus for the middle class, putting more money in people's pockets to spend elsewhere. The Commerce Department announced today retail sales rose last month, helped by lower prices at the pump. And every time there's an extreme fluctuation in gas prices like this one, or the one in the summer, I find myself wondering why. Why is it happening? And how is it possible that so much of the global economy depends on one incredibly volatile commodity? And the person I turn to when I have those questions is my friend Dan Dicker, oil trader and author of Oil's Endless Bid. You're my favorite oil trader.
Thanks. If you have any favorites, I'm glad it's me.
I have hundreds. I hang out with hundreds of oil traders. Okay. Why? Why are they so low?
Okay, so most of it is really financial in nature, and it's very difficult. Most people believe that it's because we've been producing so much oil here in the United States, and that's been a part of it. But in fact, we've had a structural glut in the oil markets for 2 years. So you wonder why now? Why is it now?
So we've got the Bakken we have the Bakken Formation, North Dakota.
Correct, and the Permian and the Eagle Ford and
tons of oil's coming
out
of the ground, right?
Correct.
But that's been the case.
9 million barrels a day, a tremendous record for the month of October.
Okay, but that has been the case for 2 years, and we're just getting the price decline now. And this is the thing about the oil market that drives me bananas. Like, why? Why now?
Well, what I point to are a number of financial things that really get a little bit deep in the weeds. One is a major rally in the dollar, and because oil barrels are priced in dollars, a more expensive dollar will drive down the price of oil globally. Another thing that's happened is there's been a fleeing of hedge funds, the speculative kind of pillow of money
that was flooding into speculating in oil
and has been supporting. In fact, you know, my thesis, the endless bid, turned out to be not in fact endless. It may not be gone forever, but it's taking a break.
Well, and here's the thing: when oil prices were high, people like myself and you were one of the few in the world of commodity traders, were saying this price is being driven not by the fundamentals, but by a lot of hot money that's flowing into, that is flowed into these commodity markets,
right,
which are poorly regulated, right? Or under-regulated, let's say.
Right.
And that's driving the prices up. And all these people said, you're crazy. That's ridiculous. You lefty idiot. But it now looks, a lot of places have closed their desks. There's less money in that commodity market and the prices come down.
Indeed. Most of the money that was floating this higher price came from investment banks, and Dodd-Frank has had its work done. And
That's
some of
very
the
interesting.
some of the regulation that have come on top of the banks and some of the oversight has really forced them out of the business. So Morgan Stanley's closed their desk, Goldman Sachs closed their desk, JP Morgan closed their desk. These are the people who went out and got clients to come in and bet on higher prices of oil.
Oh, they were selling all sorts of funds that were based on,
Correct.
on commodities.
And doing it proprietarily as well. And this is
And the
really...
proprietary trading is one of the things that Dodd-Frank went after in its rulemaking.
And it has worked. I mean, to a large degree, they've given up a lot of these. And what's left are a bunch of passive hedge funds, which in many ways have to look after different kinds of clients. So when the price starts going down, they get redemption requests and they have to bail on the trade. Now you have a situation where there are a whole bunch of oil companies out there who have bet on a high price of oil for so long that now they're in a position where they have no choice. They have to hedge into this market. So they're standing on top of it. They're actually selling down here. So what
That's
you have is
interesting.
our real oil people.
Companies are selling.
They have to, because otherwise they've banked on oil being over $100 a barrel now going into 2015, 2016, and now they know, oops, we've got a problem. We may not be able to survive as companies going into 2015, 2016, so we better put out some financial hedges here just so we can survive, hoping that oil will revive itself over the course of the next year.
That is fascinating. So oil companies themselves selling off on their trade,
Which is why,
further driving the price down.
I would agree that the oil price is stuck here for quite a while, 6 months to a year at least. And that may be good for consumers.
It's bad for people in your business, and it's probably bad for the environment. We will, next time we talk about oil, I want to talk about the winners and losers.
Okay.
Dan Dicker, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, the commissioner of the NBA is calling for legalized sports betting in this country. Former NBA referee Tim Donaghy, who went to prison for betting on NBA games, he's going to be my guest. We'll ask him what